Today in the soybeans market, it was up. The G20 summit is really the focus right now. Everyone's waiting to see if we're going to get a resolution to this U.S.-China trade war. The futures really continue to rise after Monday's 18-cent sell-off, and the resolution really is the big question. Reports are conflicting and creating a lot of volatility in the market, and that's why we've had a lot of bouncing around. No one really knows for sure what's going to happen, and it's created an environment of, kind of like a wild volatility, this uncertainty throughout all of the grain markets as we're waiting to see if we can make some movement with U.S. and China, at least before the end of the year. If that doesn't come, there's going to be a whole lot of things changing going forward. Corn was a little bit firm today. Buyers really stepped in ahead of the holiday and kind of like shored the market up, but we had been on a steady decline for the past 4 or 5 sessions. It's been really kind of quiet today, but futures are really starting to firm up, and there's still concerns about the yield numbers, that they're going to be even bigger than the record that we already said that we were going to have. And so there's a little bit of difficulty in trying to digest something like that would weigh a little bit heavier on the markets. We don't seem to get as much movement as we had hoped, even though demand seems to be relatively steady. There's just so many fundamental balls in the air right now that we're not sure exactly which way to go. Wheat was weaker today. Stocks are at the largest they've been in 3 years, and that even though that we were lower, that there was some indicators that perhaps the market is starting to turn a little bit to, changing to a short-term trend, maybe to the upside, although it seems all the indicators are really lower and they're somewhat bearish. There is some confusion with the market direction, and it's kind of day to day. And now that we have this short week, on Friday we're going to have a very short day. It's closing just an hour earlier. Then that's going to set us up for a full out 5 weeks right to the end of the year. So depending what happens with the G20 and how that starts to work, I think it's going to dictate which way we're going to go before 2019 is upon us.